Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon to everybody who is present here and listening to me. Thank you for this opportunity. So, I'll start with something which is very normal and not often told. I'm super nervous right now, and the nervousness is pretty obvious because I know the audience here is from IIM, and this people right in front of me, everyone who is here, supposed to know every second thing in the world, right? And it made me curious or nervous, more nervous, that what will I actually share? But I was more excited to share something which can help or which can show some other path which I have lived and which I have been living still. Uh, when I read the email which I received, the theme said the road less traveled, and we are all scared of traveling on the roads which are not explored much, and we are not so sure should we go because we always think about the ifs and buts, the problems which come might come across while we are traveling. My journey started the same, not for me but for the people around me, for example my parents and my family. They were so scared that why is she choosing this path of life, while she has everything normal, she has a good life, good education, good house, good food, which we all do. You sitting there, I sitting here, we all do. Back, um, 11 years back, there we all we all have animals around us, like we all have domestic animals around us in our localities, and we like them when they are puppies, we like them when they are kittens, and we tend to show to people that we have affection towards animals. But it is not just about animals, it is about the coexistence. So, my path of life, when I talk about the journey which I have lived, the journey is about the coexistence. That incident, 11 years back, I was a teenager. We had little puppies in our society. And like every other intolerant Indian house, there were few people in my society who did not like the puppies littering around. Now, I back then the roads was not the concrete one; they had mud, but still people did not find it very nice to see the litter around, and was not tolerant enough to understand that okay, those are animals. They don't have toilets. This There is still no scheme existing for them called from the government that toilets for animals, and they were bitten every day. We used to feed animals. My father has always been a hardcore dog lover. I can be more precise, a dog lover, and stray dog lover. No breeds, nothing. हम भारती, हमारे animals भारती. So that's how the journey started. That morning when we woke up, there was a mother crying in front of our gate, a stray bitch crying in front of our gate, and me and my father went out, and there were 3 months old puppies in our society which were now nowhere to be found. They were lost. So we tried searching for them because mother was not okay. She was crying and looking for them. We had some idea that people around might have done something, but we were not so sure. And least concerned, rather, like everyone else, like you or any other family in the society, we have our routine, daily routine, like from morning 8 to evening 9. But in that routine, what I saw that day was a mother crying outside my gate for her kids, for her puppies. And that made me realize that this is not something which we humans have the right to do, or this is not something which we humans can even think of because we don't have any authority towards them. but we always feel the superior ones. So we started searching for the dogs, we started searching for the puppies, and the watchman in the society told us that some man from the lane, my particular society lane, took each puppy at the pace of 15 minutes and dropped them somewhere. So we started searching in the nearby periphery, and we couldn't find them. So my father figured out who that man was, and we tried talking to them that, please, if you can help us tell that where you have dropped the puppies. They were on the peak of their highest ego, and they were they were putting so much of allegations on us that because of us, because we feed animals, they are littering around. But isn't it a natural process that if an animal eats, it litters? So then we had to approach NGO back then, and we called police. Yes, we called police for little puppies, stray Indian dogs, which we hit while walking on road, we drag our legs while driving vehicles. We deliberately do not feed those animals because our parents say that don't feed them today or else they'll come back again tomorrow. For those puppies, we had to call police in the society. And like every other normal person, a layman, we were accused, we were abused, and we were said a lot of things that why are you even doing this thing for a dog? Why are you spoiling relations with humans? But it is not about humans here. I felt it is about the responsibility, being a human here. I was too young to understand all of this till we found those puppies back and got them back home. The time we got those puppies back home, we actually named her Chameli, Puppy, and Chotu. So the time Chameli came back home, she was scared at first. She was really scared at first. I can still remember the whole picture. And I felt that this is what we humans have always been doing. We have scared every species around us, and we feel proud. We feel superior. I don't know what pleasure we get in that. Later on, when I kept my hand on her head, the glance at me changed. She now felt safe. I understood very minute thing in our daily busy schedule that it is not about doing something really big, but at least considering the existence of other beings around us. That night, I told my mom that now I don't know, I'm too young to decide that what I'm going to do in life further. But at least I want to be there for animals, for beings who are not considered enough. I want to be the voice for the voiceless. When I say voiceless, I don't mean that they cannot speak. They do speak. It is us who needs to understand. It is the language we need to understand. When we travel to some other country or some other state, we don't understand the language, but we at least try to understand the expression. Here, being an individual, being a human, we just need to do that. We need to start observing the expression of the nature towards us. That is how my journey began. And after that, after 4 years of that incident, I came up with a Facebook page called Humans with Humanity. I thought of a lot of names during that. What should I name? What should it be? But then I felt that it should be just restricted to humanity and not animals, because we all have humanity imbibed in us. The seed lies within. But the superiority is taking everyone along. So we need to nurture the seed of humanity within us again. We all feel the pain. How many of us, while traveling on road, come across an incident, a site where a dog has met with an accident, a kitten has met with an accident? We call up an organization or we do something else, but we do not take the pain to even stand for that animal, even a dead animal. After this incident, my life became so peaceful. Every night I could sleep nicely because I knew that somehow, somewhere, I could do justice to my existence on this planet. Later on, I opted for zoology. I did my graduation. I did NCC from Naval Wing. And my journey towards the destination. We always have very good breaks, stops during the path. It gave me one more beautiful experience. In On 13th of May 2018, a Sunday morning, we, the team of Humans with Humanity, went to rescue, and later on in noon, we decided to go to a picnic where I got an opportunity now to look towards human, how important it is to save a human life. And that's how I could save a human life. On 13th of May, there was a boy who drowned, 200 people standing at the bank of river. No would no one actually dared to jump in. I would not say dared, but for them it was not the priority. But for me, when I feel the pain of an animal, of a little mice, or maybe a kitten or a bird, then when it comes to human, of course, I know how important it is for his family, for him and for his friends. So for when the friends were around him, even they could not dare to jump in. I am a swimmer, so it was not something that I jumped in and it was a bad decision, but I wanted to try so that I don't regret. When I say rescuing animals, rescuing a human, there is always two possibilities, which is always there in life: success or failure. For me, whatsoever the result may be, but I should not regret at the end of the day that I did not try. My existence on this planet was justified by at least my efforts. And so that's how I could rescue that boy. One incident of kindness took me to a stage, took me to a platform, New Delhi, receiving Raksha Mantri Pradak. That did not give me so much of happiness because it was a sad incident to save a life. But it made me more responsible that, yes, the path I chose for the life, the road, which is less traveled but is very beautiful, I have chosen that. And I'm going to continue doing that. Why did I share all of this here? Not because I want everyone around to be nice, but because I want every one of us to see the expression of nature, to see expression of each being around us, and at least be there. Coexist with them. The life will be very beautiful. With this, I would request everyone here. Now, when we go out, when we step out, please look how beautiful the world has been till date. The breathe, the fresh air, the nature, even though we have harmed it so much, it has always helped us survive. Let us all be a better human, considerate human, coexist with others, if not help, but then at least not create problems for others. This is my path of life. I hope and I pray that the path which you are going on takes you to a beautiful destiny with a wonderful journey which we are living. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.